So I was getting ready to go fishing and dyeing fishing lures with this Spike It Dip and Glow, and I accidentally spilled it on my dining room table. And when I went to wipe it up, it instantly took off the wood finish down to bare wood. And that got me thinking, what other kinds of things can remove wood finish in that efficient of a manner, but without making my dining room smell like garlic and my wife pissed off for several weeks? Well, I've gathered some things here that we're gonna test out, and we'll see how each of them do. And after we test how they strip the wood finish on this table, we're gonna also see how well a new finish goes down on the stripped wood. So one of the first things is this non-chlorinated brake cleaner. I'm just curious, will it strip wood finish? Because it strips a lot of things from metal. Also, I'm just gonna use some low odor mineral spirits here, and I have some nail polish remover, some Goof Off Pro Strength remover. We're gonna compare all this to actual wood finish remover or paint remover right here, this Jasco. And then I have chlorinated brake cleaner so that we can compare that to the non-chlorinated. Hey, this is Future David, just popping in to let you know that two of these actually really surprised me. All right, so first we're gonna go with the non-chlorinated brake cleaner. Look at that. Nice. And of course that's taking off our little sign here, but we'll remember that was really fast. Look at that, that's bare wood. After the first test, the non-chlorinated brake cleaner is number one. Next is the Goof Off. Try not to get this on other things. Oh yeah, that's coming off too. Starting to think that this finish isn't the greatest because everything's just coming off so easily. Look at that. That's kind of surprising. I will say it's not coming off with quite the same authority that it came off with the non-chlorinated brake cleaner, but it's definitely taking it off. All right, it is leaving a little bit of a sheen on there, so this isn't quite doing the full job that this one did, but if I took a few seconds, it did do a pretty good job there. And after the second test, we have Goof Off Pro at number 2. Now the Jasco, which this is the purpose-made stuff, but this goes on a little bit different. So we're gonna, oh, might have put a little too much on there. Now this stuff says that you should wait 15 minutes. I'm just gonna walk over and toss this in the garbage and we'll see. Look at this. Apparently I need a different type of glove too because my gloves are bubbling and coming through. That might be burning a little bit. All right. Oh yeah, this takes it. Oh geez, that is burning. Yep, definitely burning. Oh, this one definitely, it's the most consistent. To be fair, I did let it sit longer, but one of the weaknesses of the non-chlorinated brake cleaner is it wasn't just gonna sit there forever. But yeah, that stuff did really well. And after the third test, the Jasco stripper actually moves into first place. The non-chlorinated brake cleaner is in second place, and the Goof Off is in third place. Let's try to speed this up because I'm burning a little. So we have this paint thinner. Well, honestly, that doesn't seem to be doing anything, but we'll come back to that, just let it soak a few minutes. And after the fourth test, the Specs paint thinner is in fourth place. Now we're on the nail polish remover, and I'm just gonna Put a little of that on there. Kind of rub it around. I thought that stuff would do a better job, if I'm being honest. That's surprising. Okay, we'll leave that there. Yeah, that paint thinner didn't do anything. Over to this chlorinated brake cleaner. Interesting. I'm super surprised. The non-chlorinated brake cleaner just took it right off. This stuff's interesting. All right, let's give this nail polish remover one more try. Nothing. It's doing some little flakes, like some tiny little flakes. It's coming off, if you can see that. But it's not doing a good job like I expected it to. And now we come to the nail polish remover, which takes fourth place from the paint thinner and puts the specs in fifth place. And the chlorinated brake cleaner did slightly better than specs, so specs moves down to sixth place and chlorinated is in fifth place. I was actually pretty surprised by this non-chlorinated brake cleaner, how well it did. It actually did. This is leaving a pretty good wood feel finish here. Just need to spray it a little more, I think. This Goof Off did a decent job, but you can see there's a layer of smoothness there, so it didn't get it down to the wood. This feels much more at the wood than this does. And then this Jasco, the stuff that's made for it, it did what feels like basically a complete job relative to the other ones. Now, if I was trying to be real quick, the non-chlorinated brake cleaner can do it, but this Jasco it feels like it was basically complete and it feels like wood. Okay, so these three are the ones that I'm actually gonna test for if it takes the finish again. But what I'm gonna do is try to get more complete strippage. That way we can test how it looks a little bit better once it actually takes everything off. So let me get these three stripped using the same thing again to just complete it, and we will go from there. These ones aren't, I mean, it didn't take enough off to even test. All right, so remember, when working with chemicals like this, some of them are 100% not compatible, and when mixed can create deadly gases. So you need to have ventilation if you're doing something like this, and you need to be careful. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wipe off each of these things with a rag and some water, and I'm gonna let it dry. Then I'm gonna sand it a little, and we'll see how the finish takes with each of them. So this Rust-Oleum weathered gray wood stain says to put it on for a couple minutes and then wipe it off. Might have wiped a little too much off, to be honest. Honestly, I wanted to take a little more stain than that, so I'm going to do a second coat real quick and not wipe off quite as much. I think I was a little aggressive with the wiping off. So let's do a second coat. I wiped off the second coat. I'm gonna let that dry and then evaluate it once it's dry. So here we are on the next day. I gave it enough drying time. Let's check this out. Got the Jasco stuff here on this side, Goof Off Pro, and the non-chlorinated brake cleaner. So after seeing that, tell me what your top three are. For me, after looking at them, the Jasco stripper remains in number 1. The non-chlorinated brake cleaner remains in number 2, so that leaves Goof Off Pro in the 3rd spot. All right, so what are the reasons for my top 3 ranking? The non-chlorinated brake cleaner and the Jasco stripper could have basically been a tie for how they removed things. But at the end of the day, the Jasco stripper is gel based, and it was really easy to control where you're stripping and exactly how much you're putting on. With the non-chlorinated brake cleaner, it kind of went everywhere and it was hard to control what you're stripping. If you have something that you're just trying to strip the whole thing, probably not a big deal. And honestly, as far as how they took the stain, the brake clean and the Jasco stripper were very close as well, but I would say the Jasco is slightly better. The brake clean just seems to be slightly more splotchy. Also, this Goof Off just isn't quite as consistent of a seal right here. It's definitely more splotchy. So tell me what you think. Do you agree with the way I ranked these? What are some other things we could try, or some crazy things that strips finish really easily that you've discovered? Leave a comment below and let me know.